In the previous podcast, we discussed tree risk assessment and how arborists evaluate the likelihood of failure and potential consequences. Today, we're going to focus on another major challenge in arboriculture: tree pests and diseases, because even structurally sound trees can decline or fail if they are affected by insects or pathogens. Understanding how to identify and manage these issues is a critical skill. Let's start with an important concept. Not all insects or organisms associated with trees are harmful. In fact, many are beneficial or neutral. The goal is not to eliminate all pests. The goal is to recognize when a problem is significant enough to require management. Tree pests generally fall into a few categories. Defoliators feed on leaves. Examples include caterpillars and beetles that consume foliage. While defoliation can stress a tree, many healthy trees can tolerate occasional leaf loss. However, repeated defoliation can weaken the tree over time. Borers are another important group. These insects tunnel into the wood of the tree. They often target stressed or weakened trees. Examples include emerald ash borer and bronze birch borer. Borers can disrupt the tree's ability to transport water and nutrients, leading to decline and death. Sap-feeding insects, such as aphids and scale insects, feed on plant fluids. These pests can weaken trees and may produce honeydew, which can lead to sooty mold. Now let's turn to diseases. Tree diseases are typically caused by fungi, bacteria, or viruses. Fungal diseases are the most common. They can cause leaf spots, cankers, root rot, and decay. Cankers are areas of dead tissue on branches or trunks. They can disrupt nutrient flow and weaken structural integrity. Root diseases affect the root system and can reduce stability and water uptake. Some diseases spread quickly under favorable conditions. Others develop slowly over time. Now let's talk about diagnosis. Correct diagnosis is essential. Symptoms may include discolored leaves, premature leaf drop, dieback, or unusual growth patterns. However, symptoms alone are not always enough to identify the cause. Different problems can produce similar symptoms. For example, drought stress and root damage may look similar to certain diseases. This is why arborists consider the full context. They evaluate the tree's environment, history, and overall condition. Now let's look at management strategies. One of the most important principles is maintaining overall tree health. Healthy trees are more resistant to pests and diseases. Proper watering, soil management, and pruning all support tree health. Another approach is Integrated Pest Management, or IPM. IPM is a strategy that combines multiple methods to manage pests effectively and responsibly. It includes monitoring pest populations, identifying thresholds for action, and selecting appropriate control methods. Control methods may include cultural practices, biological controls, and, when necessary, chemical treatments. Cultural practices involve improving growing conditions. Biological controls use natural predators or organisms to reduce pest populations. Chemical treatments may be used in specific situations, but they must be applied carefully. Timing is critical. Treatments are often most effective when applied at specific stages in the pest's life cycle. Now let's connect this to urban forestry. Pest and disease outbreaks can affect large portions of the urban forest. This is why species diversity is so important. A diverse urban forest is less likely to experience widespread loss from a single pest or disease. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional Exam, focus on basic pest and disease concepts. You should understand the difference between defoliators, borers, and sap-feeding insects, common types of tree diseases, the importance of proper diagnoses, and the principles of integrated pest management. Questions may involve identifying symptoms and selecting appropriate management strategies. Pests and diseases are a natural part of tree ecosystems, but in urban environments, they can have significant impacts. Understanding how to identify and manage these issues helps protect the health and longevity of the urban forest. In the next podcast, we'll continue with tree health by looking at plant healthcare programs and how arborists take a proactive approach to maintaining tree vitality over time. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.